Brothers, what's going on everybody? It's Civil here and welcome to the very first episode of Defeating the Timmys. Now you're probably asking yourself, Civil, what is a Timmy? And how do I know I'm not one? And well, let me tell you, there's about 3 categories that make someone a Timmy. 1, you just run around with Lamar Jackson all game. 2, you blitz 7 and run straight man coverage on defense. And 3, you ask Madden. But as always, before we get into the video, we're going to start out with the question of the day. In the last video, I asked who was the first person you guys thought of when you heard the word pro Madden player, and overwhelmingly the answer was either this man or this man, and it's pretty obvious why that is. You know, those are 2 of the biggest names in Madden, and they're arguably the best players to ever play the game. In this video, my question today is going to kind of hit home. I want you guys to take a hard look in the mirror and ask yourselves the question, am I a Timmy? Go down in the comment section right now and type in, yes, I think I might be a Timmy, or no, I am not a Timmy. And while you guys are heading down there, make sure you guys do hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for all of my videos and get notified as soon as they come out. This Defeating the Timmys is going to become a weekly segment on the channel, so I'm super excited about that. So in the inaugural episode of Defeating the Timmys, I feel like it's only right that I start off with helping you guys stop something that's probably my most commonly asked question, and that's going to be how to stop corner routes, and more importantly, when people roll out and throw corner routes. So you're going to see me here. I'm in the tight offset tight end formation, which has a super good corner route. You see DeAndre Hopkins running it, and I'm going to be able to roll out and throw this, and it's going to be wide open basically every single time. You're going to see I'm able to throw right there. It's super open. If you've played Madden 20 at all this year, you've seen people throw this. I mean, I'm going to run it again right here, and it really doesn't matter the coverage. It's going to beat just about everything. So it's starting to force your hand, and it leaves you with one choice, and this is kind of the answer you need to start coming with when you can't find zones to be able to defend these routes. The solution to this is a little bit of tough love, and it's honestly user the route. You see, what you have to start doing in Madden is start recognizing what routes are really good and what formations they come out of. And basically, the routes that are really good in Madden are always the same routes. They just come from different places depending on the formation. For example, they're always corner routes and they're always crossing routes. Those are the 2 things that people can never defend. Every single Madden. Zones don't defend them. They never will. They never have been. Okay? So you have to kind of understand that. So check this out, right? I'm going to show you guys what I mean by user the route. Now, mind you, I have 2 controllers, so I'm not going to be able to roll out here, but watch my user right here. Watch Bentley right here, okay? So notice how they snap the ball. We see, oh, the corner route's coming. We user the corner route. Now, I know how that sounds. It sounds very obvious, but you guys aren't doing that. People are not doing that, and it's leaving people able to throw these corner routes. So instead of lurking down low and kind of just being in no man's land with the user, take initiative. User the good route. I told you guys that I was going to show you how to stop deep crossers as well, and once again, it's not that different. We're going to user it, okay? It's going to be very simple. See here how we have this deep crosser from Hopkins, and if I do nothing, we're going to be able to throw it pretty easily. See, boom, boom, throw the ball. Super easy. We've seen this a million times. Don't force yourself to struggle trying to put zones here. Simply take your linebacker or your safety, whoever you choose, and watch, user the route. Now you're probably thinking, but Civil, what about the other routes? What else are we gonna do? And this is where we're gonna kind of get interesting on defense, okay? And we're gonna keep it very simple. And this is a very high level thing, even though it's super simple. And that's gonna be, we're going to keep it basically the same. And what I mean by that, we're gonna run a lot of stock coverages. So what I like to do is I like to run a lot of cover 3 and change these cover 3s to deep halves, or these outside thirds to deep halves like this. Notice how you're not going to get bombed anymore from these. You will not get bombed. And along with that, a lot of people like to roll out. So we're going to put a spy on the field. And you want the spy to be fast. You don't want an 80 speed spy. You would like a 90 speed spy in MUT. And you know, like an 85 plus speed spy in regs. If you're playing Lamar Jackson, spy a slot corner is what my recommendation would be. And see how here, if we just pretend like my user Hightower, I'm going to man him up. I'm going to try rolling out here. And we're going to pretend like Hightower does a good job. You can envision how if, you know, we have that manned up, it's going to be, or we have that user, it's going to be a lot harder to throw it. And also, the rollout is also taken away quite a bit. Let's watch right here where the rollout gets pretty bagged. Like, you know what I mean? He's not going to be able to roll out. He's not going to be able to gain any yards, and he's going to be under pressure a lot. It's going to be a very hard throw. And if you're able to get a pass rush chem, that will help your odds of being able to stop this stuff significantly, okay? You want to start dumbing this stuff down and make it easier for yourself on defense. I promise you guys, this is going to be the best thing you can do to your defense. And instead of making all these adjustments that just won't make a difference, just dumb it down. The next thing I want to talk about is the idea that routes in this game just aren't very good unless there are a couple stock routes. And what I mean by this is I'm in the gun split close formation right here in the Pat's playbook, and everyone knows what play people call from here. It's going to be this play, which has the crosser. Very, very, very good route. Now, the route combo people usually do with this is something along the lines of this, where they'll do this and they'll motion out this slant and snap the ball. We've all seen this 1,000 times, I'm sure, right? What you need to realize is that the good route in this formation or in this play is the crosser. This is, as I talked about earlier, this is what you're going to user, right? This is where your user is going. This slant isn't very good. And what I mean by that is, like, it gets open in the middle of the field a little bit, but look, notice how it doesn't actually get open on the sideline at all. And what I mean by that, the reason this is important is because this means that you can have CPU defend the slant. You can have a CPU defend the slant, whereas the crosser you can't. So instead of being caught in no man's land trying to user both of these, as we see a lot of people do, user the crosser, and notice this thing just doesn't get open. That's a purple playing it. It just doesn't get open. So an idea of what your defense should look like when you're playing something like gun split close is something like this, where let's say they have let's pretend they don't have Tom Brady here, and something like this, and you are going to user, I would actually do this rather, and you are going to user the one good route, okay? The one good route in this formation. So let's make our user a vert hook, okay? So you see, we're in a hook curl right here. This is our user, and obviously our user has free roam. The idea is that you're going to user the one good route in each formation. Each formation has about one or two. Right here, we know that in gun split close, it is the crosser. So we're going to use the crosser, and the rest of the routes can really be defended by the AI. And if they want to start manipulating AI and start taking high-low reads and start taking checkdowns, because you always want to defend high, if they want to dot you up and down the field taking checkdowns, go ahead. I promise you, no matter who you play, even at the highest levels, these dudes are not going to take checkdowns the entire way up the field. So your responsibility, once again, is to take away the best route, which in this formation is this crosser. So that's what you should be looking at initially. You see this, you know what play they're calling. Boom. And you take away the crosser, and the slant's open in the middle of the field, but maybe you just put a vert hook over there instead of on the other side. So, for example, you see that time? So instead of getting crazy with adjustments, just do something like this, where this time you're going to user this guy, okay? Just so you have a hook curl here, and your user's here. And now, watch what you can do. Watch it here, boom. User for a second, get up. And now that slant's covered by a hook curl. I'm going to go into instant replay real fast to actually show you exactly what I mean. And I think this is something that's super, super underrated. What you guys need to do is remember, don't let them kill you with these routes. This is the route they want to throw. They want to throw this route right here. So user the route they want to throw. And if they want to lowball this right here all the way up and down the field, go ahead, because you're going to be able to shade vert hooks underneath. You're going to be able to man this up. You're going to be able to do different things, be able to take this away and make this a hard throw where eventually they're going to miss it. They're going to miss this read because of ultimately they want to throw the money route. This is a money route. It's all about finding the money route and taking away the money route with your user. Typically, this money route is going to be one of two. Like I said before, it's going to be either a post crosser, or I guess three rather, post crosser or a corner route, okay? Those are the big three of routes that people always want to throw. So if you're able to take those away, it forces people to throw everything else. It opens up everything else, but people don't want to throw the other stuff. A good example of this happening on one of the biggest stages of competitive Madden is in my game against Bugs in the round of 32 of the club championship. Notice right here, he has a corner route. I go take away the corner route, so he doesn't have anything really. He tries to playmaker some. I'm able to user that as well, and he ends up forcing a really, really, really bad throw. And I'm going to go back real fast, and we're going to be able to see this again. And this is what I mean. Even the best players in Madden will make huge mistakes if you just take away what they want to throw. We take away the corner route right here, and then we click on and are able to take away this little drag that he playmakers. and it makes him force a super bad throw, and ultimately it's a big reason why I ended up winning this game. Here's another example in a weekend league just earlier today where we see he's in the near close flex formation, which everyone knows, you know, there's corner routes, there's post routes. It's a very lethal formation, especially the past couple weeks. And right here we take away the corner and the post at the same time, you know, not great spacing, but all we do is it's a simple cover 3 shell, and he ends up throwing us something stupid, and then we try to get a little fancy, of course, but it's very easy to see how it's just simple to take the ball away from people. The purpose of me showing those 2 videos is because one of them was against one of the greatest offensive minds in the history of Madden, and the other one was against a random weekend league player. And you saw the same defensive gameplay and the same defensive strategy by me pay off in interceptions on both clips. Now this is insane because these are such different skill levels and players, yet the same defense forced terrible throws by both. And what that means is that if it happens there, it'll happen to anybody anywhere. You can force anybody to throw terrible balls if you just identify the route they want to throw, basically being a post, a corner, or a crosser, and force them to have to take the rest of the game and literally just take checkdowns every single play, because there's very few people who are willing to do that all game. Now if you guys made it to the end of this video, make sure you guys do drop the word forklift in the comment section below, letting me know that you made it to the end of this video. And if you guys enjoyed it, make sure, of course, as always, hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you guys all next time. What's going on, y'all? It's Civil. I just said y'all. So the first really major thing I want to talk about when it comes to defeating the Timmys